Good morning. So today is Sunday, December 1st. And so we're going to do a day drive for the whole of this Eglinton LRT, starting on the east end from Kennedy Station and all the way till Mount Denny Station near Peel Street. So thank you for coming along, and let's go. So right now this is Kennedy Station. This is one of the major hubs. It also includes Kennedy subway station as well. And also the Line 2 subway station. So there's going to be a brand new Scarborough subway here as well. It's going to be the biggest, I guess, hub for transit in the Toronto Transit Commission. Now on the east end, most of the stops, actually all of the stops, are above ground. They function more like a streetcar until we get to Don Mills, the Science Center. Then it goes underground. It comes up briefly as well around Laird, but then it goes underground again and for the rest of the way until it comes up on Mount Denny and Keel Street. So this is probably going to be a long video. So I'll probably get some snacks or drinks if you're watching this. So coming up from Kennedy Station is now above ground. And that's the first above ground station ion view. Now hopefully in 2025 this thing opens. It's been since 2011, and they're already starting construction on the second phase of the Eglinton LRT, the western half, and eventually that will go all the way to the airport, which would be nice. It would be easier to get to the airport and coming back into Toronto from the airport. Another stop here, Birchmount. On the right here, I think that used to be a police station. I don't know if they tore that down to make a new police station, or I don't know what this thing is. Now to the right there is Mandarin. That's been there for a very long time. One of the premier buffet places back in the day. Now there are some better ones. Now this stretch of Eglinton is called the Golden Mile. They named it because of all the industries here. The Golden Mile of industry. I think that was back in the World War II days, where they had a lot of factories that produced, I guess, artillery, ammunitions. And after that, they switched over to other industries, like I think like the Inglis company was here and made refrigerators, appliances, those sorts of things. Now there's just a lot of retail here. So the Eglinton LRT, or Crosstown, so just some info on it. There's 32 stations. Total length is 28 kilometers. And it's fully electrified. So if you can see in the top there, those wires, that's where they get the electricity. Whereas in normal subways, it's electrified from a third rail that's on the ground. So operating speed, so on service, it can go up to 60 kilometers an hour. But that, I guess, all depends. Even though it is separated from the roads, they still have to follow the traffic signals. So 60 kilometers an hour, but once it's underground in the tunnels, it's 80 kilometers per hour. So again, this is the first phase of it here. It's 19 kilometers, so 25 stops along Eglinton. Now there's two shopping malls here. To the right is Golden Mile. To the left is Eglinton Square. That's a bigger mall. More traditional mall. This is more kind of like a strip mall, kind of. So when this was first, the first contract that was awarded to it, it was supposed to be $9.1 billion. But then it became $11 billion. But then because of all the delays, the pandemic, and they had to rebuild some of the above stations, they're saying that now has an estimated cost of $12.82 billion. So as I mentioned earlier, there's an expansion of it underway from Mount Denis, that's in the west end. There's also some plans going to the eastern part, going from Kennedy Station all the way to University of Toronto and Scarborough campus. We just passed Victoria Park, just back there. one of the neat things about the tracks here is they actually laid some grass right in the middle of the tracks, I guess to make it look better. So you can see the grass here, but then now here without the grass it just looks kind of industrial and rather kind of ugly there, I would say. So construction first began in 2011. Originally supposed to be completed in 2020, and now it's 2024. Hopefully in 2025 it will be finished. And when that day comes, I plan to just have a video tour of it, just riding on it. I did that when the Line 1 expansion happens in 2017. That was from then called Downsview Station, and now it's Shepherd West, I believe, all the way to York University. And that was cool because they were giving out free subway maps and also pins of all the new stations that were there. That was cool to get. Up ahead, we will be passing by the Don Valley Parkway. That's the highway that leads right into the heart of downtown Toronto. And to the right, I don't know if you could see it, there was like a glass kind of pyramid looking building. That's the Aga Khan Museum. Think of Islamic arts. I haven't been there yet. One day I will. But I heard it is actually pretty nice. Like we're stuck in some traffic here. Okay, while we're waiting, I guess we'll just have some background on this stretch of transit along Eglinton, because this is named also Line 5 for the transit map. So it can be traced all the way before, back in 1985, the Network 2011 plan, and it was supposed to install a busway along Eglinton, and was to be completed 2003. But then in 1986, they decided to actually have Eglinton West Line, a subway station, instead. Work on it began in 1994, but then unfortunately it was stopped because of the election in 1995, when the Mike Harris conservative government, they took power over the government, and then they canceled that subway line. They filled up the existing tunnel. Now there was also a Shepherd subway as well that was going to be filled in as well. They were gonna cancel that, but it's kind of funny because they were constructing the tunnel, and they voted that they would cancel the subway, but they would still continue digging the tunnel. So they had another vote. So they finally decided, okay, we're just going to build the Shepherd subway station. But it's a very short subway station. Goes from Shepherd and only to Fairview Mall. I think that's only like 4 or 5 stops. So instead of a subway, I think they call it a stubway. Now, hopefully they're going to continue that subway and have it be built all the way in, on Shepherd at Fairview Mall all the way until McAllen, where it'll connect to the Scarborough subway. Now just continuing on with I guess the history of this project. So this Eglinton LRT, this light rail transit line, in 2007, it was part of the Transit City Plan. And thankfully it was actually kind of kept. Transit here in Toronto is so political. It takes a long time to build anything, and it's so expensive now. I think a few years, if something had been built a few years before this, it would have been cheaper, but what can you do? So we're coming up here to, we're still far from it, but that's Don Mills. That's where they called it before the Science Center station, but now that the Science Center has been closed, which is very sad. Over that next time, I guess. They're gonna have that renamed. And to the right, you see that shiny building with the diamond looking pattern. The huge plot of land that they're building a whole bunch of condos and apartments. That land was actually owned by a company called Celestica. They made networking equipment, wires, and whatnot. It was a big, huge company, but they sold off that land, and now, yeah, it's going to be this whole residential development. So I don't know what's going on here. There's a lot of traffic. Most of this line is actually basically built, so there should not be really any type of traffic, but maybe they closed off some lanes for something. I think once we pass this intersection, and we'll just be flying, I guess. It's Sunday morning. There shouldn't be that many cars on the road. Yeah, it looks like they closed off the right lane because these buses and cars here are turning into our lane. So I guess please bear with us here. They won't take too much longer. So this is part of the Eglinton LRT. So it is going underground, but it will come up actually for a little bit. I don't exactly know why. And then it's going to go finally underground once we reach Laird Station. I really don't know why they closed this off, but they should give priority to Eglinton because of it being closed like this, because it's kind of annoying. I don't know what they're doing here. I was hoping to have this video under 30 minutes, but it looks like it's going to be longer. So guys, thank you again for staying with us. I know it's kind of a pain to have long videos or watching long videos. The last few videos that I did were shorter in comparison because, well, they were easier, I guess, to upload. Plus, I guess more people can actually watch it better. While we're waiting, I'll have my coffee. I guess it's almost time to get past this intersection. Well, that took a minute. And I really don't know why they closed this off. There's no one doing any construction. Just place the cones there. I guess we can see here in a minute now why. Or maybe not. Just decided to do so just to annoy us. Yeah, they just did this to annoy us. There is no excuse for blocking this lane here. Wow. Well, anyways, let's continue. Okay, so it's still under. Oh, so see, it went back above ground here. It just went underground, I guess, to go under Don Mills, and now it's going underground here. Up ahead, actually, not here. This is Leslie Street. And now portion of this line. Here we go. With this new LRT line, there's a lot of developments for condos and apartments. This one on the left, kind of like a half pyramid. So this is like, yeah, very brand new. I think behind that there's a whole lot of other buildings, residential buildings. Most likely these retail buildings will be knocked down as well in order to have more residential buildings. The ones on the right, I don't know if they would tear those down. They've been there for a while. So, okay, so on the left there's Laird Station. Yeah, I can't wait until this line is open just to ride it. So okay, and when it does open up, I'm gonna probably start at Mount Denis station since that is closer to me. Then right all the way to Kennedy, and then all the way back to Mount Denis. So that is the plan when it does open. I will be taking videos of that, probably in 2 parts, because that would probably be more than an hour if I filmed it in its entirety. Probably I could make 3 videos, one going west and then east, and then just basically pasting it together. Maybe I could do that, at least it has extra content there. Who knows? I guess a good thing to do would just see how long it takes just by taking the bus, going from one end to the other, and then when the LRT does open up, see how long that takes to see if there's any dramatic or drastic improvements time-wise, going from one end of the Eglinton line to the other. We'll see. That would be an all-day affair. Alright, now we're coming up to Bayview. I like that baseball diamond on the left. Natural dirt ground. Stoplights. I know this part of the route is not as exciting because you don't actually get to see the line. But it's nice to see Eglinton, just the road itself, just driving through it there. At least we can look at the stations. You can see how they look like. I mean, I don't know how everything will look in a few years once it's operating. Maybe some of these buildings will be torn down to huge condos and stuff. Maybe these buildings are protected under the Heritage Act or something like that. So up here we are at Mount Pleasant. So they have the station on the right. They incorporated a building as part of the station, which is pretty nice. Big old Mount Pleasant sign there. Yeah, during the construction phase, especially in this area, especially, oh my god, what a nightmare trying to drive through it. I can definitely understand why it would make everything so much faster, because above ground here there are so many traffic lights, and it's a Sunday and supposed to be smooth sailing, but it's taking longer than I thought it would. Imagine on a weekday with all the traffic. I just stay home. So on the left here's another new building within the last 5 years, I guess. The Loblaws building. And on top of it, I guess it's condos as well. It's a nice concept though. Live on top of a grocery store, and if you just need to get something, just go down and then just shop there. Or if you're really lazy, you can use Uber Eats, Instacart, or DoorDash. Order it from there and then get the people to deliver it up into your unit. Okay, we're coming up to Yonge and Eglinton. On the major intersections in Toronto. This place is usually so